Farmers all over France are continuing protests this Tuesday against the potential signing of a free trade deal between the EU and a bloc of South American countries. On Monday, tractors blocked traffic around Paris, while some demonstrators burned vine stems in Bordeaux and others blocked the Europe Bridge in Strasbourg. They have the backing of French President Emmanuel Macron, who reiterated his opposition to the deal at the G20 on Monday. Take a listen.
For several months, several years, we've been working. We've been bringing people together. We're often told that the French are isolated. We're not isolated. No, I want to work with all of those who share the same legitimate concerns as us. We want to protect our agriculture. We have quality agriculture that puts in a lot of effort. We want to do the same thing that we've done before with other treaties.
Well, the deal has some EU countries deeply divided. Our correspondent in Brussels, Dave Keating, explains why French farmers say it's unfair.
That's the concern that these goods from South America could be coming into the European market, not facing the same hurdles that agricultural goods in the EU do in terms of safety, environmental regulation. And so those goods, because they would therefore face a competitive advantage, they would flood the market, and then the agricultural goods here in Europe just wouldn't be able to compete. So one of the big pushes of France is to make sure that these South American countries have the same environmental and safety standards. And what the French say is that that's not what they've ended up with this deal. This deal, actually, there was 20 years spent negotiating this deal, and they finished negotiations in 2019. It's just that a vote on this has been delayed since then, largely at the insistence of France. So that's the type of changes that Macron would really want, I think, to satisfy those farmers. It just doesn't seem like that's on the table because those types of regulations and restrictions are at a much different starting point in these South American countries. It's kind of unrealistic to think that they could get up to those European standards so quickly. So again, it's questionable what kind of changes he could get that would satisfy those farmers. And in the end, it may just be a question of killing the deal as it was agreed in 2019, or letting it go forward. I will say, after 20 years of negotiation, I think people are pretty sick of this. The expectation is, if things pan out here, that Mercosur is killed. They're not expected to go back to the drawing board, just like the failed free trade agreement with the United States, TTIP, that was killed, couldn't pass in the council. It's expected that Mercosur would also probably go away forever.